Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. Happy Friday, guys. It is the 26th of June. This is my weekly recap, and I hope you're all doing well. And this has not been the easiest of weeks. It's been a challenging week. It's been a week less is more. And if you look what's going on here, we have the ES up here. You know, we could talk about a couple things. One, we're in a digestive correction period. We have our high, we have a low down here at the 7,300, and now we have a downtrend here that we've added in that we could not break out of this week, right? We tried on Monday, failed, and now we continue to drift lower. And we have a lower high in place now, but still a little bit of a higher low. So, if you're looking at this and you're saying, is it look good? Does it look bad? Um, we'll see how it goes, but overall, the market remains stuck. Now, as of today, we start a bullish period. Typically today for the first 2 weeks of July is very bullish. Today we came bouncing back after the sell-off over in Asia, and then we came back off of that here with about 25 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go. So overall, not great action. The market here is fairly quiet. We're looking at the ES, but we look around, what else is going on? Bonds still starting to strengthen a bit. Crude continues to get beaten up. That's good. The VIX down. That's good. It was up over 20 today. This is good. And I would keep an eye here on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is continuing to flash major problems. It closed under 60 yesterday. It is trying to reclaim it here. This is a major area if it can't get it back above it. Back to the SPY. So here we are, right? SPY up off the lows, got green for a while, couldn't hold it, rejected under the 50-day with 20 minutes ago, or actually less. Still watching potentially a double bottom here at that 732.50 area that we had from back here on the ninth. If we can get that, I think we can shoot back up a little W formation there. If we cannot get that, then it could lead to further down action and we start looking towards the 710. The Qs, this is where the selling has been harder, back on the 50-day. The Dow yesterday gave an ugly candle today, a little bit of a reversal today, but didn't hold it. IWM, similar, couldn't hold. The banks yesterday had an ugly day, not so great today. XBI remains very strong. Moderna has been on an absolute rampage at a 52-week high. Lilly, new all-time high. Thank you, Mark, pointing that out in there, right? Big candle on that one today for anybody who traded that. We look around crypto names. MSTR is getting absolutely destroyed. I love, yes, you are. BMNR also getting completely destroyed. It is now under 30, got under 13 at one point. Coin tried to bounce a bit today, but is ugly. Hood holding in, still looks better. We go around and look at what else is going out there. Uber had a nice couple days. Nancy Pelosi 2 days ago put out that she bought a whole bunch of options for next year on this one, and we had a nice move and then down move, and then today a nice little bit of follow through. What else is going on? She also bought Intel, by the way, which is doing okay. The SMHs, this is where the problems are for this market right now. And by problems, I mean the weakness. The SMHs, we had that gap down, tried to bounce yesterday, couldn't hold it, came down, and here we are on the 21-day, but holding in. It's also worth looking at DRAM, DRAM. This is the memory ETF, and that is still down and back on the 8-day. Micron overall remains weak, but trying to hold yesterday's low. Same thing with SanDisk. I don't think anything's over here. That Micron report was brilliant. I mean, it tells you that nothing's going to change. But you look around the rest of the semis, and we're not seeing a lot we like outside of this space. AMD clinging to the 21-day. AMAT had a nice week, new all-time highs yesterday. LRCX has been holding in. ARM is coming in. Qualcomm, despite a nice guide up at their investor day, sold that off. NVIDIA continues to be, nobody wants it. Bounced off the area of the 200-day, but that's it. IGV today gave a nice bounce. It, needed here back to the 8-day. We'll see if we can get any follow through. This thing keeps getting killed. Microsoft from a 52-week low back to the 8-day. Okay, can we get any traction? Palantir from a 52-week plus low pushed up a bit. Salesforce, now Oracle, right? So we saw a 1-day bounce. Can we get more than that? Oracle didn't bounce in this. Just struggling. What else? Netflix had a nice day after a ugly week, came back up. Reddit. Mark pointing out, yep, nice day. I forgot about Rocket Lab. They had that announcement last night. They won that contract. I forgot to look at that today. It's up. It's not in great, but it's up a little bit. Let's talk big cap tech. Amazon, just continues to be weak. Meta with a bounce today, but still continues to look horrible. Google, same thing. None of these looking all that great. Apple got absolutely beaten to a pulp yesterday on raising prices, and they basically said it's Micron's fault. They didn't say Micron, but boy, you could tell by their language, they're pointing their fingers at them that memory costs finally are they can no longer hold things in check. They have to start raising prices. Everybody's worried how that will affect sales. Remember, they're very retail oriented. Tesla. What am I going to tell you about Tesla? Tesla's looked, like hot death. Had a very nice bounce today, hit the 8 day, got rejected, and came right back down. Yeah, it's just not trading well. The market overall is not trading particularly well right now intraday. And what I mean by that is if you're long term, you're thinking there's nothing here that has me overly worried. I know some people are starting to talk about um, North Korea. I'm sorry. So the Korean markets, not North Korea, the Korean markets and the leverage that is in there because everybody's leveraged up. And yes, that's a concern, but we hear about the yen, we hear about this, we hear about that, we hear about this, and overall the market just kind of looks past it, kind of like inflation. It's looked past it. It doesn't care that it's not getting a rate hike anymore. It doesn't care that it might get a rate um I'm sorry, it's not getting a rate cut. It doesn't care that it might get a rate hike. It just doesn't care anymore. Iran war, yeah, it's over. It's not over. It doesn't care. It just has given up that thought. So, you know, for me here, you got to kind of look past some of this stuff. And I wanted to end this with SpaceX. So, SpaceX here, I'm still long it. So, if you guys are following me, I got allocated at 135. I bought puts up here on the first day that had puts available. I sold them. 3 days ago, first day here, right there. I sold them on Monday. I took my profits and I've been sitting here right now in it. And I do think it's going to go higher. And I'll tell you why. My thesis is very simple. The first thing you have to do is look at the volume here. Volume has dropped off a cliff since options became available, since this week. Why? Because the sellers have basically evaporated. Why is that? Because the other people that wanted to sell sold. Now on Monday, we're going to get some fresh sellers. People like me who didn't want to pay the strike can sell after the 15-day quote unquote soft lockup. I could have sold. They can't keep me from selling, but they can keep me from buying other IPOs. Also, the hot rumor is that while it was announced it was going to go into the Nasdaq on the third originally, sorry, the second originally, we're now hearing the sixth or seventh, and there's talk that there's going to be an announcement tonight after the close. That should get some buying, and I specifically like it back above 160. And then I think we can get takeoff, watch that gap up there. We can get a nice little gap fill, and boy, this can just play nicely next week. As for that, as for people like, well, are you going to stay with this forever? No, I'm not married to SpaceX. I want to make money. I'm making money. I am not looking to stay in this thing forever. That said, if we can take out 225, I think this thing can run up towards the 300 as it gets a little bit of buying into it, but we'll see. And, that can take some time. Outside of that, guys, it is a quiet, it's holiday time, it's summer. Next week's a short week. We have 4 days and then we go into the July 4th holiday here. I'm going to do some charts for you guys on Sunday. And other than that, I'm going to wish you guys a great weekend. I'll catch you guys all in the room on Monday morning. Link in description if you want to join us and have a great weekend.